You have been thinking for years to become a digital nomad, but you don't know how to start? You think you have no digital skills to make the shift from presential working into remote working and maybe even travel the world while doing so? Well, I have very good news for you today. It has never been as easy as today in 2022 to start your journey as a digital nomad and travel the world while building a career in freelance working. And in today's video, I want to show you 8 easy jobs to start your digital nomad journey and to finally start chasing your dreams. Hey guys, my name is Goran. I'm a digital nomad. I'm 30 years old and currently living in Medellin in Colombia. Today's video is being made in Bogota in one of the digital nomads' favorite hostels in whole Latin America, in Celina. And the goal of today's video is to show you 8 jobs with very low entry-level barriers so that you can finally start your way into freedom and flexibility. In the internet, there's so much information to find and you easily become overwhelmed. My goal is to show you today how you can really start step by step with an easy job and later maybe switching into a better job or career, but that you can finally start your career or your journey as a digital nomad. After today's video, you will have a basic understanding of the options you have available, how you can maybe even start your remote working career while still being at home in your full-time job to prepare your switch into your new career. And you will also see if maybe there's already something that is really made for you. And at the end of the video, I will have a bonus recommendation for you, which will maybe even help you to become faster a digital nomad and make the shift from presential to remote working. In addition, at the end of the video, you will see a chart with all the information summarized we will talk about in this video so that you can make a screenshot and keep like a summary, which will help you maybe in the future with your information or notes. So let's start with the 3 different job categories we have for digital nomads. The 3 categories are business owner, having a full-time job just remote, or being a freelancer and working in several projects while being on the road. We will start with freelancing as this is what most people start with, and most of the jobs I will show you today are perfectly made to start your freelance career. On a small note, I want to tell you also that the jobs I will mention today are not the best paid and there's lots of competition in getting those jobs. But luckily, in the last years, this whole industry has grown into something very big, so for most people it's actually kind of easy to find those jobs. Another recommendation I want to make you is, guys, this is a journey, that's a marathon and not a sprint. So enjoy the whole journey. When you have your first job, when you have your first customers or clients, that's already amazing. You have already started, and by time you will get the confidence, you will get the recommendations or referrals, and you will just grow. So let's start in a random order with the 8 easy jobs I've chosen for you to start with your journey from becoming a worker at home to becoming a digital nomad or a remote worker. So let's start with the first job, which is copywriting. What is copywriting? When you go on a web page, you read a text explaining a service, giving you basic information about the thing, or recommending your services. A copywriter is writing this copy for magazines, web pages, or anything. There are 2 types of writing. One is copywriting, the other one is content writing. The easier one of both options is content writing. Content writing is informational content where you explain to the reader in an easy way how he has to do a process. For example, how you can download an app, how you can buy a product. That's content writing. Copywriting, on the other hand, is a little bit more complicated. There it's about growing a desire in the reader to buy this product or this service. There you have to have more marketing skills, but actually you can learn it pretty easy as well. And if you're really good at it, you can actually charge a lot of money. There are people charging $200, $300 per hour for writing good copy. So that's something maybe you can have your niche inside of your next job. Another good job for you might be translator. Maybe you're a Spanish-speaking person, maybe you speak Russian, German, Croatian, or Chinese, whatever. There are so many companies or people looking for translators to translate their videos, to translate their web pages. You can easily get lots of jobs if you have a good reputation on a freelancing platform like Upwork or freelancing.com. Another good job to start with for some people is being a social media manager or a content creator. There are actually 2 different categories. Me personally, I'm doing as well content creation and social media management for several clients I have in Switzerland. As a content creator, you will maybe only prepare the content on platforms like Canva. As a social media manager, you will maybe also be responsible for Facebook ads, for the whole strategy, for different channels, how to make your company grow with your social channels. The social media management role is actually a little bit more complicated as you need more background to have, but as a content creator for a company and just uploading the stuff is pretty easy because with Canva and the tutorials you can make very good or beautiful content in a short amount of time And honestly, you can learn it within 2 or 3 hours how to manage the whole platform and make beautiful content. Number 4 is being a virtual assistant. This can be literally anything, honestly. It can be a small startup, it can be a private person, it can be in a huge company that is having remote workers. The virtual assistant industry is really, really big. There are so many things to do. For people with a low skill set up to a high skill set, there are also huge differences in their wages. You can already start with easy things like emails, phone appointments, book the flights of your customer, maybe even manage their social media channels, maybe even with content creation or without. You can make research for them. Literally, there are so many things to do. It depends a lot on your client if the job is going to be boring or not. But mostly those jobs are very flexible and you can work in your own time zones and maybe even your own hours. But sometimes they want you to work the same hours as they work in their office. By time, if you know how to market yourself, if you know how to niche down into some specific services, you can make actually really decent money, and this can be a very good career for somebody who's maybe not interested in making 5, 10 or 15K 1 month. But this is actually a very good option for many people to start with to get those jobs. So this is something I can recommend to many people as well. And now guys, let's make a small shout out. If you have enjoyed my content so far and if you're interested in those topics, please hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment. This helps my channel grow a lot, and you can see in the future the other content I will prepare very soon. Another amazing option is teaching your language online. This sounds very difficult maybe. Yes, most people don't even know the basics of their own language. I grew up in Switzerland, I spoke very good German, obviously it's a native language of mine, and I taught German as a foreign language while I have been in Colombia and Medellin. And when I went to the interview, I was really nervous, but the interview went really well. He didn't really ask questions. He asked, Goran, do you know some of the basics, how to form the present, how to form the past? And I said, yes, this and this way. He said, easy, no worries. You will learn everything. The content is very easy. You will learn it so fast. The thing is more about your personality and if you fit into the teacher role. If you prepare 1 hour per chapter, you will easily have no problems while teaching your language, because trust me, as a teacher, you don't have to know everything. You just have to know more than your student, and it mostly works out because they have literally no knowledge. So start with the A1 level and then go up to A2, etc. There are several ways how you can find your own students. For example, there are platforms like italki, Preply, etc., where you can find your own students, you set up your own profile, your hourly wage. I recommend you to start with a lower wage because you have to grow there with your ratings, with your reviews, and by time you can increase your salary as well and actually charge a very good amount of money. For example, 20, 30 or 40 US dollars per hour. That's very doable. Another way you can do is to apply at online language schools. There are many schools, normally the salaries are very, very competitive, but that's actually how you can easily find like 10, 20 or 30 hours per week, and you have more security, but it's harder to grow within your niche and to make more money while teaching your language. The last recommendation I have for you is what I did. I was looking in Facebook groups for my own students. This takes some more time, you have to prepare your own content to promote yourself, but it worked out very well for me. I was looking, for example, for Latin students, for Spanish-speaking students who already lived in Switzerland. Also, I was looking within my international company if I can send out an email to learn German as a foreign language for the international people working in this company, and it actually worked out very well for me. After 3 months, I was teaching around 10 classes per week, and I made more than 1,000 US dollars with them because I have been able to charge Swiss prices because they were based in Switzerland. Job number 6 is being a transcriptionist. What is a transcriptionist? There are many YouTube videos, movies or audios where people need the spoken word in a written word. So what you would be doing is to listen to those audios, videos or movies and write down what the people were saying. I've never tried out transcribing, but I heard that this is actually kind of difficult as often you have people with bad audios, with strange accents, etc., which can make the work really, really hard. And they will pay you normally by hour of audio or video, etc., which can make then the process being pretty long. But if you're having good clients or if you're having a talent for that, this can be a very, very good paid job as well. Another job with very low entry barriers is data entry. Data entry is nothing else than copying data from one place to another, maybe into an Excel sheet or maybe into the customer relationship management system of your client or company. Data entry actually has been one of the jobs I've been doing while I've been traveling the world. My former employer is visiting so many educational fairs and letting students fill out their flyers. This data needed to get into our corporate system. The thing I have been doing, they sent me a PDF, a scanned version of the flyers, and I only had to copy the data from the flyer into an Excel sheet. Trust me, it was actually very hard to read the handwriting of 12 or 13-year-old students. But honestly, with a Swiss payment, I've been able to make 10K, 12K within 6 months while doing it while I've been traveling. This helped me out a lot, and that's something that many people can do because there are no skills needed. And last but not least, the last job is customer service representative. There's a difference between a customer service representative and the virtual assistant. What is the difference? The virtual assistant normally helps inside the company to a manager or your boss. The customer service representative is in touch with the customers and with the outside world of the company. So you can make the phone calls with your clients, answer emails, or maybe in a chat, you can send the product, you can help in all those steps doing something outside of the company. That's actually a very good job that you can start and working remotely. Even if you have friends working in a startup, you can offer them your services. You can try to explain them why you can do it better than somebody based in your country. That's a very good job that you can actually start with, also with a very good future, because if you're having a very good or very high skill set within a niche, you can get very, very decent salary as well. So guys, that has already been the 8 jobs I'm recommending for you with very low entry barriers. Now I will show you one of the summaries with all those jobs and how you can get them maybe, or some additional information that you can make a screenshot and have the information with you so that you don't forget anything I've been explaining you during this video. And as promised, I'm having now a bonus recommendation for you, which can maybe help you to make the shift from your current job into a remote job. What I have been doing before I went to travel the world, I've been thinking which processes are we doing in the company that don't need a person to have inside the company. In my case, as I've been making phone calls or sales calls a lot, there haven't been many steps I have been able to do while traveling. But the data entry job was a good idea. So before I already quit, I was making comments to my boss, hey, that's actually something we can just send to our students to make it for us, blah, blah, blah. And this worked out very well. After I've quit, I've been talking to my managers and explaining them that I would like to do this job while on the road. I had it. It was amazing. It was only normally from September to December, but that was something I have been able to count on for the next 4 months while I've been traveling the world. This kept going for 3 more years when they digitalized the process. So please analyze your job. If you are working in an office or doing something on a computer, chances are high that you can do this job while traveling the world or building your freelance career. There's one recommendation I'm having for you. You don't have to ask for help. You always have to offer your company a solution because you are solving a problem for them and not for yourself. So when you're promoting your services, don't say, hey, please help me out, I want to go and travel the world and make some money. No, say, hey, there's this part of the job that I see that's possible to make in another way. It's always a better option for you to offer the company a tryout for a few months because they will see it will work out if you're doing a good job. Otherwise, if they have to take a decision right now, they will maybe say no, or actually more probably. Because if you're doing a good job, there's no reasons anymore for them to change something back and hire a new person. They will leave you with that job, and that's something you can do with your friends, with your other companies. And last but not least, when you leave a company, always leave with a good impression. Don't leave on bad terms with them because you never know. Maybe one day they can help you out, or they want to hire you because they see you're doing something they have and they're looking for someone that already knows the company. That's been actually one of my cases. For 3 years, I've been trying to convince my former employer to get a job online. And when the pandemics hit and they had to cut their budgets and they only had a few hours left, they had to find somebody doing the job in a high quality way, but only doing it 12 hours a week. And they were thinking about me. Hey, Goran, would you like to work for us, but being in Medellin? Thank you very much. And it's now 2 years that I work for them. I am having very good results and they are very happy with my work. So that's something I recommend to you because that's very, very important. And trust me, this can work out for you as well. So guys, that's already the end of the video. My final message is, the first jobs in remote working don't have to be glamorous. Just do something, make income, get the discipline and start your journey. Try to look out for new jobs, try your new habits. There are so many ways how to develop into this career or lifestyle. And as I have told you already before, that's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Enjoy the journey. You're not going just to the destination and reaching a point and then I'm happy, everything's perfect. Enjoy what you are doing while you are doing it. And you will love your lifestyle. You won't hate the Sundays anymore. You won't hate Mondays. You don't care if it's Friday. I don't care because I do whatever I want, whenever I want. And this gives me so much motivation, and I actually work much harder than I did before. My work is of higher quality because I'm really passionate about what this journey or this job can actually give me back in my life. So guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment, anything. If you want to see something in future videos, let me know. I will prepare it for you. Thank you very much, and see you in the next one.